Hey guys, I am going to recreate that bright and vibrant look I had on one of my most recent videos. You guys were like going gaga over it, over on Instagram and on here. If you have no idea what look I'm talking about, this is the look. By the way, I don't normally look like this when I start off my video. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. And we are gonna transform all of this. I am just gonna briefly like boom, 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 show you the items that I'm using. And then we're really gonna focus on the eyes. So the eyes will definitely be the step by step, but oftentimes you guys really wanna know exactly what I'm applying on my face. So I'm gonna show you that in this video. Let's dive on in and let's transform what we have going on right now. I applied 2 drops of the Glow Recipe Watermelon Dewdrops. I followed that with a little bit of Charlotte Magic Cream. For my base, I'm gonna use the One Size BBB cream. For those of you wondering, I am in medium 3G. And I did do a full-on review on this and wear test. I applied it with 2 different tools, so you might wanna go check that out. Also, I unscrewed the whole cap, and it turns out that you just do one of these. Someone told me in the comment section, and I felt like an idiot afterwards. It is so much easier, and I can control the amount that's coming out. I literally have mom brain because I had no idea I'd have a little like cap that you had to open. Before going in with my concealer, I'm gonna take a little bit of that BBB cream and I'm gonna apply that under my eye. I'm gonna blend that out. This is not a concealer, however, it does provide a beautiful full coverage. It's not really heavy under the eyes. Look at the difference. I mean, automatically. Once that's set, I go in with a little bit of the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer in 375 Latte. To set the under eye, I'm going to dust some of the OPV Beauty in Translucent. To fill in my brows, I'm gonna use Benefit's Brow Zings Pro Palette because it's just like it has everything I need in the one palette. To bronze my skin, I use the Ace Beaute Bronzed in Paradise palette. And for blush, I used my Ofra Mini Mix Blush Faux Palette. And on the lips, I have Ofra Cosmetics Liquid Lipstick in Santa Monica. All right, now we're gonna get into the serious part. You're gonna need a really great base for eyeshadows to pop, especially the colors we're gonna use today. For me, that happens to be the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas. This one is in light fair. Isn't fair? I absolutely love this. Probably the best primer for the lids, best base I have tried to date. One of my hands down favorite. I'm gonna just grab a little bit. Look, a little bit is gonna go such a long way. With this tiny bit that I'm applying on my brush, I can do both eyes and it's still too much. That's how great it is. With a brush, I'm gonna blend that from beginning to end of the eye, concentrating the majority of the product over the lid and then blending outward so we get up to our brows. For the look, I used 2 palettes. Feel free to change it up if you need to based on the one that you had. But I used the Scarlet Dusk palette by Ace Beaute. She is the one that has all of these like more reddish tones in it. And then I also used the Vintage Dawn palette by Ace Beaute, which is the one that has the pop of blue, but that yellow. This is what we need. The yellow and the orange are the ones that I'm using out of here. So keep that in mind. If you don't have them both, grab any palette that contains the colors that we're gonna be using today. To start it off, we are going to grab a big fluffy brush and dip into the yellow out of the Vintage Dawn palette. We're gonna saturate the brush. We really wanna pack this on. And I'm gonna apply that on the inner portion. We're just tapping into place. I want the primer to grip onto this yellow. You see how vibrant it is? That's why you need a really good base for this. And don't be afraid to get into this inner corner over here. The yellow is stealing the show in this area, so it's okay to kind of surpass it a little bit. Out of the very same palette, I'm gonna dip into Horizon, which is the orange. You could go in with the very same brush. I did it last time. I am gonna switch it up this time around. But again, you can use the same brush if you want to. It doesn't really make much of a difference. And then just tap it in place all over the center. You do want to overlap the yellow just a little bit. That's gonna allow you to have this really pretty blend. And then I'm gonna swap palettes. I'm gonna go into the Scarlet Dusk palette and we're gonna dip into Pink Moon. I'm gonna use what is this? This is an Elizabeth Mott blend brush. It's a little smaller, kind of gets in this area really nicely, but it's also going to pack on that pink. We're gonna do the very same thing. I wanna build it out here first. But this is the shade that we will be blending through our crease and blow it out a little bit. Now grabbing a very clean, fluffy brush, I'm going to blend the outer edge. Notice I'm going outward, not inward. I don't want to really mess around with the orange or the yellow quite yet. This is the part that takes a while. I know it looks fairly quickly on video, but we do edit most of this out because it does take some time to get a really nice blend. So as you can see, I'm blending outward, just pulling it out a little bit. And then going on the outer edge, I'm gonna blend up this way. I'm avoiding the orange and the yellow because I do not want to disrupt those shades. I skipped applying mascara on the top, but I did go in and applied some at the bottom that we would like to take its time to dry. I didn't pack it on though. I didn't feel like I needed the extra drama on the bottom. We have enough going on at the top, but I used the Tarte Camera Lashes Mascara. I'm gonna use the Point Made Felt Tip Liner by one size to create a wing. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead, apply one coat of the mascara on the top lashes, and then I'll apply some falsies. These are House of Lashes. I'm gonna reuse them. These are the same ones I used in the last video, and they're in the style Iconic. You always wanna back comb first. You get some eyeshadow dust left on your lashes, so by back combing, you're eliminating that. I wanna try a new product that launched literally earlier today. It is by Ofra Cosmetics. It is the first time that they launch a finishing powder. They have light, medium, and deep. This one is in the shade medium, but I think it'll work for me because I'm like tan. And it is called their Pure Glow Finishing Powders. So I am gonna do my little trick because my face is a little matte right now. I'm gonna do my little trick where I like to apply a little bit of a mist or setting spray and then dab that on top of my skin with a beauty sponge. I find that that just kind of makes everything look even more flawless and airbrushed. Then it helps reduce the look of your textures. But before I do that, I wanna apply this and see what it looks like. Look. I feel so bad, I'm gonna ruin the Lotus. Now, of course, with the finishing powder, you should totally go in with a really big brush, but this is an illuminating finishing powder. So I think I'm gonna just kind of start it here and see where we go with that. As part of their collection, they also released an eyeshadow palette and a highlighter, which I will be using the highlighter here. So say you wanna apply a little bit of a highlighter, but sometimes highlighters tend to be a little extra. You can go in with this finishing powder. This shade is actually really good on me. Look how pretty that is. Oh my God, I don't even think I want to apply the highlighter. I'll show you the highlighter here. I'll swatch it. But I think the finishing powder just did it for me. Because my face was like a flat matte. But now it has like this really pretty glow. I don't want to ruin it. I'm going to do my little trick. I'll show you how I do it. Apply a mist or a setting spray. I am using the Dew Mist by Bloom Effects. And then with a beauty sponge, just blend that in. Just kind of press it into your skin. I would typically apply a little bit of translucent powder, but I did use the finishing powder, which serves the same purpose with the difference of it just being a little illuminating. That added a little bit of dew to my skin and it looks even better than the first time around. In order to look like a normal human being, I did take my hair down. I just washed it, so I'm gonna let it air dry and it'll look like it did in that video. So that is it. Here is the look. I absolutely love it, and I'm gonna be playing with a lot more pops of colors. Wait till you see the stuff that is coming my way. So just get excited, because we're going back to playing with a ton of color. Yes, we'll still do very wearable, neutral looks, but we're gonna go back to having fun with color. I wanna show you guys the swatch of the Ofra highlighter. Look how pretty. This one's called Lotus Blossom. Isn't the packaging different? Oh, packaging. Here she is. I am gonna swatch her. I didn't use her in this video because this is already like enough, right? But girl, we're gonna be using, oh wow. That is beautiful. I literally just went like this. I haven't blended it out. Let's blend it out now. Could you imagine this all over the eyelid? Beautiful. It is a very light gold. She is beautiful. Remember, if you ever want to snag any of Ofra's products, make sure that you use my code that's linked in the description box. By using that code, you save 20% off every single order you place, and you can also use it on their deals, clearance, sales, and new launches. At least typically you can, so just make sure you always use that code, save some money. And remember, the Lotus collection, it is currently available at launch today. It is limited edition, so make sure you go snag it while you can. All right, guys, what do you guys think? I know my hair needs to be dry and have a little more pizzazz in order to like make it work, but what do you guys think? If you guys choose to recreate this look, make sure you tag me over on Instagram. I would love nothing more than to repost your looks. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.